Shout out to Marco Pajana, Alfredo Jr., the Gaming Squad, and Rupert Hazel for being a part of our memberships. Join memberships.
Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video. In today's video, we're going to be starting our brand new series of strategies. I'm going to be breaking down some of the popular strategies that we use, tire management strategies that we use in the game. So today we're going to be breaking down the 4-4-2-2 technique. I'm going to be telling you guys when to use the 4-2-2 technique, how to use it, and to make it more effective for you guys. Alright, also remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, turn on post notifications, and also leave a like on this video. Really appreciate you guys for all your support. Alright, so first off, let's jump straight into it. You have your best fast pit time setup and your best drivers, and you jump in for a 8-lap race. Alright, so the 4-2-2 technique is mostly for 8-lap races. So we're going to try and get a series where we can get mostly 8-lap races here. Let's scroll through for a series where it's mostly 8-lap races. Alright, here we go. Alright, so this series is mostly 8-lap races. We're way below on flags, so though we're racing down in the lower series, we will not be gaining any flags. So yeah, let's see what we get and break down this strategy. So from here, we're going to be making a series of videos just breaking down strategies and saying when to use these strategies and how to use them effectively to get the most out of them. Alright, let's go. Alright, so a track like Canada here, the 4-2-2 can be very, very effective on Canada if done correctly. Alright, so it's going to be a wet race. So we're still going to be going for the 4-2-2 on the wet race, though it makes no sense as that it should be a one stop. So I'm going to just forfeit this one, and then we'll come back into a better race. So let me just forfeit this one real quick, and then we'll come back into a better race, as that track with wet, the 4-2-2 is not viable for that race. Alright, so let's look for a different track for the 4-2-2, like Series 4 I should say. Yeah, Series 4, all 8-lap races. So the 4-2-2 technique is basically a 2-stop technique. So you're basically going to be starting on hard tires with both your drivers, and you're going to be going for 4 laps. Then you're going to be coming back to pit for 2 laps each on soft tires. Alright, so this technique works pretty well on most 8-lap races as long as it's dry. If your drivers have low tire management as well, this technique is really good for you with those low tire management drivers. If you have high tire management drivers like Leclerc and probably a Kimi or a Russell, then you can go for better strategies. Alright, so here we can see we're getting 4 to 6 lap. However, if we were not getting 4 to 6 lap on these hard tires, and we were getting 4 to 5 laps on these hard tires, then the 4-2-2 would be really well. Alright, so you want to conserve for a track like this. You want to conserve for 4 laps, and then you want to come back to 2 laps of boost on each driver. Alright, so at this point in the game, when you're going to be using the 4-2-2, your pit time should be nice and low so your drivers don't stock. As you can see here, we've boosted for half of the start, and we're cutting down there to conserve. We're out in the lead here, and we're cutting down to conserve, losing some position there by Ricardo, but that's okay. We can't afford to lose those positions. You can use some fuel to boost out your drivers down the straights so you don't lose too much position, and you can cut right back down there. Now to conserve. Rival pushing up ahead, that's okay as well. He's going to be going for 3 laps with his Verstappen, possibly 2 laps with his Hamilton. Doubt he's going to be able to get 4 laps out of his drivers on those softs. So let's see what he does. So you don't just want to allow your drivers to be sitting and getting taken by the rival. So you want to use some boost when you can down some straights and stuff. So as you can see here, the rival is running 0 tires. He's going to try to do 4 laps on his soft tires with one driver and 3 laps with the other. Well, we're going to go for 4 laps. At the starting of the 4th lap, when doing the 4-2-2, I personally like to use some fuel and boost out that lap, just to pick up on those who are going to be going into pit on the 3rd lap in soft tires. So you can get the advantage. As you can see, we've picked up a few in the pits that are in the pits. We've picked them up with both drivers, and then we're going to keep that boost going as we're going to boost now our drivers into pit. And because our rival, he went for 4 laps with his Hamilton, he's going to run out of tires, leaving us to get by him really fast. Alright, as we're going to go now to pit to soft tires for 2 laps. Naturally, we could go for another lap here and do 5 laps, but we're basically using the 4-2-2 technique here. And we're going for now 2 laps on these softs. 2 laps on these softs. We're back out there. And we're in our boost phase here. So we're boosting for 2 laps. Then we're going to come back and boost for another 2 laps. Alright, so on tracks where your soft tires, or at levels where your soft tires are giving you like 2 to 2 laps, or 2 to 3 laps on soft tires, then the 4-2-2 is a great technique to use in those scenarios. You can also use like a split strategy where you do 4-2-2 with one driver and use another technique with the other driver. But for this video, we're focusing only on the 4-2-2 technique. And then you want to come back to pit in the 6. So on a track like Baku, this technique is really well for a track like Baku. Tracks like Melbourne, this technique is really well for those tracks. 4-2-2. Most of the time you catch your rival off guard because you're boosting for a good portion of the race. As you can see here, we're way out in the lead here on this technique. Alright, so when to use the 4-2-2 technique is going to be a huge question. Alright, so the 4-2-2 technique, it's best to use the 4-2-2 technique when you're in the lower series, or when you're at that level where your tire management on those drivers are not yet up to scratch for them to do a good amount of laps. So you want to make sure you're using the technique on the 4-2-2. You can also go for 2 and then come back to 4, but it's best to go for 4 laps first. Conserve, as the starting of the race is everyone car is at high fuel and is at a good, so it's kind of difficult to get as much overtaking done as you would get in the end of the race. So you'll start to conserve for the first portion of the race, and then you boost for the last portion of the race. If you're getting out qualified as well, this technique is really a good technique to use to try and get that comeback win. If your rivals are on both soft tires, and if your rival out qualify you with both drivers in front and they pick both soft tires, and you come on to both hard tires, he's going to have to go to pit before you, and then you can boost that 4th lap to create some distance for yourself while he's in the pits, and your drivers can create a good amount of distance. Hopefully the AI cars will block up the rival, forcing him to lose some time to you, and you will get the advantage. Alright, so that's basically the 4-2-2 technique in a nutshell. Look out for the rest of these series videos where we're going to be breaking down all of the most popular strategies in the game, or tire management techniques in the game. So make sure you look out, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more. And also remember to check out the Gaming with King merch. Links is in the description. Go cop yourself a t-shirt. Awesome shirt here. And yeah, leave code word I made it to this portion of the video to really let me know that you made it to this portion. Really appreciate you guys for all your support. So code word I made it to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.